Hi everyone, I just wanted to expand a little bit on the last lesson dealing with commands for beginners, and for this lesson I just wanted to focus on delete, update, and truncate. And as I mentioned in the last lesson, SQL is usually broken down into 5 command categories. So the truncate falls under the data definition language, and delete, update falls in the data manipulation language category. So let's start by opening a new session. So you do that by right clicking on the database, new query. So every time that you open up this window, you are initiating a new session. So I want to start by introducing the select into. So what this is going to do, this is going to select from the customer table into the customer copy table. So it's going to create a copy of the customer table with the same records and same columns and same data type. So let's execute this. So 4 rows affected. So let's select from the customer copy table. So as you can see, it has the same information as the original as the original customer table. So now when we want to update a record, let's say that we want to somebody has told us to update customer ID last name to be capitalized Connor. So since the customer ID is our unique identifier, we're gonna filter by that information. So where customer ID is equal to 1. So we get 1 record. So now in order to update it, we add the word update at the beginning. So update table name and then set, so whatever we are updating the value. So we're only gonna update the value of the last name column. And capitalizing the C. So let's run this. And let's do a select now. Let's select the whole table. So there it is. The last name has been updated. So let's omit the where clause and see what happens. So as you can see, 4 rows were affected. So let's see what happened now. So when we omit the where clause, it updated all the rows with the last name of Connor. So that's why it's important to always make sure to know to identify what rows or what condition using the where clause and your update statement. So now delete is similar. It works in similar way as the update. So let's delete 1 row. Let's delete the same customer ID 1. All right. So all you do is you replace the select asterisk and add the word delete. So now let's run this. And as you can see, it's the same as the update, only 1 row was affected. So let's select now from the table. So now we're down to 3 rows. And if I were to omit the where clause, the same situation will happen as the update statement. I will remove all the records. But now let's use the truncate command. So truncate table and then table name, which is customer copy, and run this. And as you can see, we don't get what was how many rows were affected. It's just command completed successfully. So let's see what's left in our table. So no rows, so I remove all of them. But you might think that the delete and truncate work the same, but they don't. One thing that you notice, the truncate doesn't use the word clause, so you cannot specify a condition. It just removes all the records. The thing about truncate is that it removes the data by deallocating the data pages used to store the table data and records, and only the page deallocations in the transaction log. So right now that may be a lot to take in, but and that's why sometimes too truncate may be faster, because also the delete statement is what it's doing is writing to that transaction log each record that it deletes. That's why you're able to roll back if you want to undo that delete command that was just ran. But the thing with the truncate, it also writes that to the transaction log, but it doesn't write to the records individually. And this is important too when either you want to roll back data or you're dealing with errors, which I'm gonna create a new video discussing how to deal with errors and how to prevent situations when records are either truncated or deleted. If we encountered an error, and that's what how we did not want to go about it. But that's more in the future. In this lesson, I just wanted to go over a little bit about using these three commands and how they affect the tables and rows. But let me know if you have any questions, and thank you for watching.